It is LUFIA versus NEF. It's a best of 5. The first quarterfinal here is ready to kick off. It's our pre-bans phase, and then we go into the picks as well. Guys, it's over to Sam. Say Shizo, let's do this thing. Best of 5 quarterfinals. Here we go.
Here we go. It's a new year, a new Europe Cup, a guaranteed new qualifier. But one thing remains. It will be hands down the best opening match. As we have LUFIA versus NEF, we have the Wedge pre-ban, we have the Bella pre-ban, we have a hand first pick by LUFIA going into the Oliver and straight into the Heigang as well, say.
Heigang is definitely a unit we're going to see throughout quite a lot. All of these European players, they really do like that meta unit in that Heigang. Often it is countered, however, by exactly that unit, the Cigar.
Exactly. Cigar as well has been very prevalent during SWC so far. 54% win rate overall in over 120 matches, say. Proving super beneficial for all of the users that are doing it. Partnering it with a Vanessa, showing he's maybe going for turn 1 there with LUFIA.
Yeah, definitely showing to go for somewhat of turn 1, but there's still both of them bruiser side. We have a triple revenge first. It's kind of that coin flip on like that 45% chance to triple revenge. We have the Kinky being picked up, so NEF is definitely saying, I'm going more bruiser-ish. However, LUFIA can still go full on like some AoE strips right here. But does he maybe kind of match the bruisering as well? Going in with like an Oliver, or no, wait, the Oliver's on the other side. A Miles, Raccoony, maybe some of those kind of units? Or do we bring something else? Let's see.
Exactly. Taking his time though now. The first lock-ins were very fast. Going maybe for an Ongyuki here. We know super relevant, along with a Bolverk as well. Interesting.
Interesting on the Bolverk. Personally, I used to be a big Bolverk user until something happens. And that something happens, it's getting outpaced by a Verdeheil. Your Bolverk can definitely get quite some stacks in, but I don't see too many stacks on the field actually. So we have no stacks on the field.
Yeah, where's he getting the beneficial effects from here?
Well, he was buffed in ES3. I definitely do like the Ongyuki because Ongyuki is very strong into that Kinky. But I am not too sure about that Bolverk lock-in, and even NEF isn't too sure, but locks in a Diana, and I absolutely like that unit on this part of the field.
Exactly, we've got a Diana locked in on the side of NEF now. They were taking quite some considerable time to even consider that Bolverk in the draft as well, so maybe there's something planned by LUFIA that even we have no idea what we're expecting.
I could maybe see something along the lines of a one-shot, like can you get a Han plus Bolverk one-shot, you take out a Verdeheil and then you fight the rest of the battle? That could be something. Let's see who can take third turn on this first match of today, LUFIA against NEF.
Wow, here we are, straight in with the Han as well, so he's got all skills available. Probably going to be looking to use third skill, set up a defense break, trying to get rid of one of the units. Going in for that Diana, obviously with the sustain, couldn't get through anything, but gets into the second skill, no stun.
No stun, that no stun is definitely very big, but that LUFIA has that first turn, but he's gonna kind of run out of gas. Like at some point, okay, gets that proc, definitely nice. But the thing is, Bolverk is gonna move next. Who is going to move after Bolverk? Because Bolverk has 4 stacks. You cannot use your third skill. You're only going to take from current HP rather than from enemy max HP.
Exactly, and Heigang's moving next anyway as well. So is this a moment for a stun?
Yeah, I don't know. It is.
Not quite.
Not quite, but you have the glancing. The glancing means he can never land on the Vert. He did not land on the Diana. Diana is reset, however. If you can stun any of them, does stun of the units. And now we're going to pace with that Verdeheil. Verdeheil's pacing. Verdeheil's getting all of those hits in. Let's see, can we get an armor break on this unit? Does land an armor, gets got proc, goes for a skill too, and that will definitely take that unit off the battlefield.
Wow, taking out there straight away. That's going to be huge in the end for LUFIA because he's going to have to try and get rid of Diana now. But how does he get rid of something like the Kinky on this side here, with Verd taking so many turns for him eventually?
Yeah, I would definitely say that this Ongyuki can take rid of a Kinky at some point. It's definitely the possibility there. But are you going to have enough juice? Like, are your units going to be lively enough? We do have this skill 3 coming up right now. Probably full healing. Are you going to go for the Vert, or are you starting to work on the Kinky already? I would say Vert. Nope, does go for the Kinky. We have that skill 3 coming in right now. However, we have Glancing. You're probably not going to skill 3. You might attempt skill 2 stun on that Vert.
Exactly, but what he's got some time, he's thinking about it. Oh, he's gone for the third skill, gets the defense break, but now sets up for the Ongyuki skill.
Ongyuki is definitely gonna kill, but I would still say that this Vert has chance. The moment that the Vert takes out, oh, it's definitely a tricky match over here. Oh, very nice stunner over there, that's for sure. But the Ongyuki, if Ongyuki takes one more proc, it's gonna take out this Vert.
Wow, this is reminding me of last year with Dushan's Ongyuki. Procking in from the first skill, setting up a defense breaker, going into second skill. We're gonna see now, because obviously stuns don't do anything against the Ongyuki, but
Glancing.
Can he?
Ooh,
still lands.
Armor break landed on the second hit, so not too much extra damage. However, the issue is everything starts doing damage right now, and Vert's most likely not gonna proc, and Ongyuki will get stunned, but that does not matter because it's the Ongyuki taking out that Verdil, taking that proc, taking this match, confirming that kill, and a Heigang is a very strong unit, but a 1v2 is not something he likes to do.
Wow, crazy. Showing again how much damage that Ongyuki can do when it's given the option there. The Bulwark pick was somewhat of a weird one for us to see, but it's ended up working out, and that has resulted in LUFIA taking the first lead in the match against NEF. You saw there a little bit of a nod from NEF, kind of like a wow, okay, I wasn't quite expecting that, and it's paid off well for LUFIA, as we're going to be going into the second set here, say.
Yeah, definitely. The Bulwark was slightly interesting. Would you say that the Bulwark valued that much into the match? I wouldn't really say so. I think a lot of other units would have done similar to the same things. However, it definitely threw Nef's draft off because he wasn't sure what it was going to do. He wasn't sure where it was going to go. We were also thinking here, and the moment that you put someone in the mindset like, I'm not entirely sure what's happening, you cut someone by the tail, and you can make work on that as well.
Exactly. We see now the Ongyuki getting banned now by NEF. Obviously don't want to deal with the damage that he was just doing in that last set. And Ragdoll being banned out on the side of LUFIA. The option is there. Han is taken straight away from NEF. It's going to be a back and forth between these guys unless we see a pre-ban, say.
Yeah, definitely. But the pre-ban of the Ragdoll is going to say LUFIA can definitely go into like these AoE units that most likely crit. Can go into the Moor, the Chunk Pong, all of those kind of units. Segment, something along the lines of saying like, okay, I will not give you the speed game, but NEF is answering that like, that Wadjet is definitely still there. The Wadjet-Han combination is definitely strong. The only issue with a Wadjet right now is that you kind of have to pair it with the Juno because she is hard, or he is hard counted by the Juno, which we might see being picked up by LUFIA right now next to the Bella.
Exactly, he's going to go for a Bella. It's one of his consistent units. It's part of his like holy trinity of the 3-0 that he uses with the hand normally. I'm actually just looking now. Sekhmet for LUFIA did win him one of the matches during his prelims. And overall though, Sekhmet isn't doing too well at a 45% win rate. So in tournament play, she's maybe not exactly landing what she needs to, especially that third skill. Wow, Eleanor.
Eleanor, definitely a unit we don't see all too much. It's probably the anti-crit slash glancing that is into that Han. However, I definitely do like that pickup of the Praha. You could even pair both of them. Go both Oracles, Juno, Praha on this slot. Definitely works. Goes for a Molong, so we have a different kind of snipe from that one as well.
Wow, pairing it up a Molong with a Praha. I actually do know from Nef, some of the artifacts that he has on his Praha are doing some crazy damage. Like over 2. Oh, whoa! This is the wrong player for a Smicer.
Smicer! This is something that has recently been buffed as well. Is LUFIA going to show right now that this Smicer actually does work? Or does Nef even keep it on the field? Or is he not that prepared enough against it that you just might take it out because you're uncertain against it?
Wow, this is crazy. I mean, I expected to see a Smicer today, but not in this match, in the next match that's coming. So let's see now if it's going to be somewhat of a respect ban because you don't want to deal with it. You don't know what has been worked out by LUFIA to see how he can make it go through. Decides to take out both speed leads on both sides, so Han going out and Oliver. Likely we're taking speed lead and the HP lead. As we get in to set number 2 between LUFIA and Nef, can he extend his lead or can Nef start to whittle LUFIA down and maybe make that comeback?
Yeah, definitely going to be very interesting to see. Can this Molong snipe out the Bella? If that Molong snipes out the Bella instantly, that is going to be very deadly. Skill 3, can you land? You have to push it on the Bella. Does land on the Bella, pushes back, not too much though. That is not looking all too great because the moment the Bella gets some skills off, you have those pushbacks.
Exactly, here we go. Cigar gets the provoke in the defense break, but Molong with skill 3 available, going for the skill 2 instead, gets the stun on the Bella, big stun.
Yeah, definitely stun, definitely a right play over there. Not going for that snipe because the snipe wouldn't fully snipe, but that stun is definitely there. We have the skill landing from the Segment, but Wadjet, how much do you boost, and are you going to boost this Molong over the units on the enemy side?
Exactly, we also know that Smice, if she does manage to get a turn, she's going to throw over some sort of silence. Oh, takes out the Smicer.
That is definitely additional damage on wind. That is definitely one of those things you plan. Do you got additional damage on wind, water, maybe any of the light and darks? This was definitely one on wind, and that is definitely something that LUFIA did not expect to get sniped out by a Molong.
Exactly, and now for LUFIA, he has to protect that Bella. The moment the Bella goes down, I think it's going to be very, very tough for him to come back from, say.
But on the other hand, if this Bella takes 2 turns right now, we're going to see very low HP bars on the side of Nef because this was one of the highest hitting Bellas I've seen throughout the tournament so far.
Oh.
But that procer on the other side, the Pra is doing a lot of additional damage.
Wow, 1.8k she was hitting there. That's a good one. And Molong follows up as well.
I am more impressed by the Molong. Molong doing 2.3s. That is actually Molong. I assume it had additional damage on wind. But doing 2.3s on the Molong means that you also have an insane amount of artifacts, of additional damage artifacts on that Molong.
We were saying already that the Praha had some crazy artifacts. Maybe he's got a few more during the time between prelims and now, because he's going to be whittling down LUFIA, taking his time now just to make sure all those units on the other side have gone. What a pick from Molong.
Yeah, the Molong, definitely a unit you don't see all too much. It's still the common build that we see, that vampire build. So you snipe a lot of HP on the enemy, but you also take a big portion of that HP. However, it just worked perfectly here together with that Wedget. The Wedget pacing that you have makes it that you can actually go for the skill 2. And there you have the victory for NEF, and it's 1-1.
Wow, 1-1. Honestly, so far, all of the things that we were thinking were going to happen in these matches has completely gone out of the window, say, and all of our preparation on some of the units were like, huh, what the hell has changed now? So there we've seen a Smicer, we saw Molong coming into great effect for NEF as well. Now, obviously, LUFIA is going to be able to get the Ongyuki back, and Ragdoll is available again for NEF. Do you think we see the similar pre-bans in the first round?
We could, but you could maybe also say, like, okay, from NEF side, I might be pre-banning that Han, but definitely pre-banning that Wedget. We've seen the power of Wedget. Molong was strong, but why was Molong strong? It was strong because of Wedget. Exactly. And that is definitely something in there that LUFIA will most likely go for the same pre-ban. NEF might switch up his draft.
Yeah, let's see. He has got time now. This is a time when you have to compose yourself. Does ban out the Han this time, and a Wedget has been banned on the opposite side. Han is the most... Actually, in the whole of SWC, it's been used 25 times. 20 of those times have been in Europe. So we're used to seeing it here, but we're not going to see it during this set right now, which is going to be crucial for NEF to see if he can take out LUFIA. LUFIA going for the speed lead, the 33 with Oliver.
Oliver, do we go from Oliver into, yes, exactly the standard Confusion ladder? More CP, do we get that countered by a Marsha? Are we going that route? Bella's open in this case, could go Sekhmet Bella, could go Sekhmet Marsha, something along that line.
Exactly, we're back to 1-1, so maybe the mindset is to go back to what you know. Those things that you've always played in ladder can somewhat help you through these matches because it's a lot of muscle memory. They know what monsters they're going to be using, and they've ruined them perfectly for the SWC Europe Cup right now. LUFIA taking a lot more time this time to figure out exactly the units that he wants to take. Going for a Jemaya and a Bella, though, say.
Jemaya and a Bella, definitely interesting. Jemaya is there to hard counter the Chungpong. Like, okay, you reset my units, I have the Jemaya with the third skill, Illusion of Time, resetting all of those cooldowns. However, Chungpong still pushes back, and Jemaya is not that great into pushback, and also if it gets stunned, because it can get stunned by the Moor right now. We have Rakuni, do we go Rakuni-Miles combination? Rakuni-Ragdoll combination.
Wow, Rakuni-Ragdoll. We know Rakuni. Rakuni's been prevalent all over SWC, with a 55% win rate actually at the moment, so doing a very good job when he's actually used in the team. Partnering it with a Ragdoll, obviously it's going to be dangerous for him. LUFIA again. We can see now that the guys are settling down, maybe. Maybe the nerves are somewhat settled so that they can take the time to think. We see Ongyuki and the Shizuka, which we're talking a lot about in prelims, say.
Yeah, we definitely talked a lot about it in prelims. We definitely said the unit is not doing too great, but you remember which one did exactly very great. That was the one of LUFIA against Guts. Took that procer at that right moment and the match was over. Is this one going to do that, or is it maybe going to be Respect removed from the field? Last pick though, are we going into a Juno, Praha, those kind of units? Goes back to that Cigar.
Exactly, Cigar being locked in. I mean, that's that Shizuka pick, right? I mean, we did a cast a curse maybe on that one in the prelims, so I'm excited to see if it can go through now. Maybe we can start off right, giving it some love. There's some good combination of units that have been picked on the field. We're getting a Chungpong and we're getting a Shizuka band locked out with speed leads taken on both sides in Moore and Oliver, say.
Yeah, definitely that Respect ban on the Shizuka. If she works very well. If she doesn't, well, not that great. But we have that not in the field, and we have the third set between LUFIA and NEF.
Here we go, Bella. How much damage is she going to do, and is she going to take an additional turn? Oh, no additional turn, and Rakuni is there to cleanse.
Rakuni is moving in front of pretty much all of the units, giving that opportunity, like, you were pushing back, I'll push back up, but it's missing that strip on that Oliver.
Wow, there was a resistance on everything there on the side of NEF. It's not going to be good, so it means Oliver still has skills and can start to cycle, say.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting interaction because there are two units provoked and the same two units also got stunned, and now we have a stun on the other side. We called him the Stunner Boy before, but definitely what we see right here is pretty interesting interactions with the stunners both sides.
Wow, you can see then. So Oliver is built on despair. That's why he's getting the stuns for all of you guys. Ongyuki has second skill available. I don't think it's going to be enough damage to take anything out, but a defense break can set things up in the future, say.
Yeah, definitely the defense break will help. However, will be cleansed off by that Rakuni. But the big question right now is if that Jemaya procs out, no removal of that armor break. If we're gonna have a hit, not from this Oliver, but the unit that comes right up
and stuns
and another stun. This S2, there is a tech break on it. Can you do enough damage though? I think you lack it by a sliver of health. But is he gonna go for it?
Here we go, he does go for it. And it's not enough at all with that attack break.
That attack break is so much value on a unit like that. On the other side, we have to get rid of this. We have to provoke this. If we do not, we do get the provoke. No prockets, no prockets, both sides in this case.
Wow, there you go. You could have seen if that Jemaya stays on the field, he's going to be resetting cool times for his own team, and he's going to take away all of those attack break, which you saw how much effect it played against that Ragdoll. But if Bella keeps taking additional turns, she'll get out of that attack break to do a bit more damage.
Yeah, absolutely. But what we really see is the more skill 1 is actually doing a lot more than we mostly give it credit for. Those attack breaks are really devaluing the damage. Getting the pushback, however, Oliver taking a cycle of turns. However, if Oliver misses one cycle right now, misses the cooldown increase, with Despair, it's a lot harder to get your skills back. So if the moment that happens...
Oh, and it's 3 out of 4 stuns, sir.
It is so many stuns.
Here we go, Yuki has got skill 1 available. Going to set up a defense break somewhere. Gets it on that Maul, there's no passive available. You need to get rid of Jemaya, right?
Yeah, you have to get rid of the Jemaya, but I'm looking at the Bell already.
Oh, maybe not. His second skill is available, so Raccooni's... Oh, it was just enough.
It was just enough, but I also feel that's somewhat risky because you're going to get reset right now. You have an armor break on that Moore. Moore does not like these kind of hits. There's 8 hits going towards its way on the armor break. No, decides to go somewhere else, and that is a lot of debuffs on that Cigar right now.
Wow, that is huge. But Moore managing to get an attack break again onto the Yuki. He's going to set up some sort of defense break. If he can land it, he's going for the Moore. You need to start getting rid of that Moore. The Raccoon is surviving.
Yeah, the Raccoon is definitely surviving right now. If we skill 2, how much damage are we going to do? We're killing the Bella and we're taking that additional turn. If you take out the Yuki right now, the Oliver is not doing enough damage to make work of this.
Wow, here we go. So Oliver, we've had, what was it, 4 out of 5 stuns so far, I think, on the Despair Oliver now. He's going to be having skill 2 available. Can he put a cool time in somewhere? Yes, but means Moore's going to take a turn.
Moore definitely takes a turn, but the longer you keep this Yuki on the field, it's one of the hardest scalers for the attack going up. The moment you keep it on field, if he goes for a skill 1 on Raccoon right now, lands the armor break into a skill 2, goes for a skill 2, however, does he kill the Moore? Does not kill the Moore. That once again, that attack break of Moore is doing insane value.
Wow, that is huge. Now Oliver has skill 3 available. Is he going to start looking? Oh, he's going to put it into the Ragdoll, obviously get it back down. But that Moore's passive. Oh!
And we have a stun on exactly the right unit, exactly what Lufia needed.
Oh my god, here we go. Raccoony is now getting into the turns, has got the speed buff on it as well. Moore getting... Oh, what?
We're going back and forth so many on those stunners. All of us was the stunning boy. No, we have the stunner boy on the other side. We have that Moore dropping stunners all the time on that Oliver. Not going to be able to do enough damage. Oh, and we have so much going on. However, you still need to drop that HP over there and see the healing. That is that Yuki.
Oh my god, here we go. So he's going to try and get... Oh, not enough to get rid of that Oliver there. So Oliver is still going to be helping out with the Yuki. And we just saw how much damage it's doing, say.
Yeah, definitely that attack break worked out throughout the whole match. But the moment that's 1 second without... And we have that stunner. This skill 2. How much damage are you going to do? We have some damage up and damage down, or HP down going already. Would you go for that skill 2 right now? Are you going to kill it? Goes for skill 2. Do you do enough damage? We're taking out the Moore and we're having the Raccoon on the field, and that will definitely confirm the victory for Lufia, because Raccoon can do a lot, but this is not something Raccoon can do.
Exactly. I think right now, once we've got some sort of defense break, the Raccoon's health is obviously not... Yeah, Neff is kind of looking, you can see. Yeah. I think he knows it's not, but you're here. You might as well try, because there's going to be some health coming through here.
Well, look at the health coming through on young Yuki. It is more than the Raccoon is actually healing. There is absolutely no way, and Neff does know it.
Wow, Lufia coming away with now a 2-1 versus Neff. Crazy how much damage that Yuki is doing as the game goes on, say. And especially with all of the other stuff of the units that he's combining it with. How do you ban it out? I mean, he has to let it in at one point, but do you need to ban it during the actual pick and ban phase?
Well, it's pretty interesting because Yuki was very much used last year. We saw a bunch of players, Du-chan, Truewell, all picking up that unit. And afterwards, it was slightly tuned down. And everyone said, like, it's not really usable anymore. Well, it is definitely something that we see here right now that is definitely very strong. And it's just definitely working.
Yeah, exactly. We've got here Yuki with the pre-ban and an Oliver as well being pre-banned. Obviously, Neff does not want to deal with that Yuki. It was doing so much damage to him during that last match. He needs to get rid of it, and the easiest way to do that, let's not let you play with it, Lufia, during this next set. He's going to first pick Wedgeat. It's the unit that is a core in his team, and we know that he's been using it. It's actually not been a positive win rate for SWC overall, Wedgeat, which is crazy to think about, especially compared to a ladder season. However, now Lufia is going to lock in both with speed leads, a Han and a Vanessa.
Yep, but we also have double speed lead on the other side already with that more. What are you going to pair it up with? Does he go to the comfortable pick with that Changpeng right there?
Exactly. Partners it up, kind of going back to what he thought was working in the previous matches. You pick in that Mo, you pick in that Changpeng, you've got the double speed leads of 24. They are slower than the other side of LUFIA at the moment with the 33 of Vanessa and the 30 of Han. However, it is only for the Dark Element, but LUFIA has Dark Elements, say. He has that Bella. Is he going to just pick that Bella and then, look, takes the first turn, more damage?
Yeah, exactly, and that is why all of his box works so well together. There's so many Dark Guns, and we have that secret in there. We have seen it being picked in the before in the prelims. It was banned out at that moment. Is it gonna go through in this moment? Because it's relatively a new unit. People don't really have that many matches into it. Are you comfortable playing into something right now when you're one match down that you haven't really played in all too much?
Exactly, it is the decisive set. Whoever wins this set, if LUFIA wins this set, he's going through to the semi-finals. If NEF loses, sadly, his journey is going to end in the SWC Europe Cup this year. He's going for a Ragdoll, going for a Kinky. How is LUFIA going to answer this, say?
Yeah, there's a lot of options right here. You could go for somewhat of a, you already show a lot of damage. So you could definitely go for somewhat of a safer pick into maybe a Rakuni for himself, maybe some support, a Wusa, a Riley, any of those units that can give more support. Or you just go in like full damage, like your one matchup. You can lose one, you can play around with something that you're mildly okay. This is kind of very hard comfort, and we see the comeback of the Smice. It didn't do all too much last match, but this is going to do something this one.
Exactly, banning out the Sigrid, banning out Changpeng. Like we said, the Sigrid hasn't now featured at all yet. 2 speed leads, the quicker on the side of LUFIA, which is most likely meaning maybe Bella is still going to be taking a first turn here, Wedgeat instead.
Wedgeat definitely going for that first turn. And we have the follow-up of this no despair stunts whatsoever, so nothing is controlled on the side of LUFIA, and LUFIA can definitely take over the match over here. However, we have the Kinky moving next. Is it despair?
Oh, maybe. Well, we'll see. If he goes for skill 2, if he goes for skill 1, I think it might be a
Vio. Then it's definitely Vio, yes. So let's see. Smicer, what are you going to do? Where are you going to drop your bomb? Because you kind of want to drop it on Kinkies, Ragdolls.
Nice. That's a very nice drop of the bomb, getting the stun as well. Now it's the Ragdoll, obviously targeting the Vanessa, because if you go for another unit, she'll be able to revive them.
Ooh, but we have that armor break. We still have that death buff as well. But this Han is going to do a lot of damage. Get that at the turn that he gets from his third skill. Are you going to try to stun it right now, or are you scared of that torrent range?
Exactly. He is within the region, I'm pretty sure right now. Gets the stun and gets the proc. An additional turn as well.
And that additional turn actually takes out that Ragdoll. However, we have the Kinky. Can you do something? You have that bomb locked on you, and the Smice is actually doing a great job at locking out one unit right now. And 3 against 4 is definitely not something you want to look at. Vanessa's not looking too much on HP, but there's so much damage going in. The Bella is pretty much high value every time she hits, because she has those multi-hits, and she takes that additional turn as well. But we have the Han coming after that and has the skill 3 up.
Wow, he already has skill 3 up available. Yeah, true, sir. So now Bella putting in more into that Wedgeat, and Han has that skill 3. Is he going to be able to kill?
Not enough, but we get that extra turn, and therefore you're definitely going to kill. And I'm not entirely sure. Goes for the stunner.
Wow, goes for the stunner, and then Smicer comes in, managing to put that silence on the Kinky. Skill 2 not available, and the bomb is going to be going off. Resisted, though.
Resisted bomb, so you still have an option to come back on that. However, a Bella into a Kinky is not really a matchup that you really like that much. There's some good damage going into that Han though.
Yeah, there is, but Bella again with all skills available. We just see how much damage that she's managing to do during these matches. It's really a lot, and look at this. We're nearly getting that Kinky down.
Yeah, definitely nearly getting the Kinky down. The Kinky is also going to get a bomb pretty soon, but I think the Kinky is not going to take any more turns because the units on the side of LUFIA are faster. They're probably going to outpace whatever NEF's units are on the speed of right now, especially a Kinky not being that fast. But was not countered. You actually did more than the passive range of the damage and was not countered. We're going to drop the bomb. Or we're going to drop the bomb on the 4 HP unit, getting that stun as well. And this will definitely take out the unit, confirm the kill, and confirming the victory for LUFIA over here.
Wow, well done, LUFIA.
Look at the relief on his face there as well. What an incredible victory there from LUFIA, who goes through with a 3-1 victory in this best of 5. They're good friends, and we're going to catch up now, I think, with our players who put in a valiant effort, a great quarterfinals to kick things off here with Mano on stage. Chat to him. Sam, great matchup there. I mean, LUFIA, he seems absolutely elated to go through to the next round.